It is our favorite time of the week, Faith Friday, and our next guest is the senior rabbi of Congregation B'nai Jeshurun and president of the New Jersey Coalition of Religious Leaders.
His book, To Build a Brave Space, focuses on how faith can be the catalyst for conversation, and he is joining us now ahead of the Passover holiday to share some words of wisdom. So please welcome Rabbi Matthew Gewirtz. And I like how you said, at the synagogue, they call me Rabbi Matt.
Rabbi Matt, success of all. So good to be with you.
We're so happy to have you here with us. Now, you said this book is sort of the result of you feeling communally depressed when we're watching the state of our country right now. And I think a lot of people share that right now. So this is where they need to go?
Yeah, well, I hope so. I mean, so 5 or 6 years ago, I am feeling exactly as you said, communally depressed and despondent. Sitting in an airport waiting for a change of plane, and I get an article and someone says, Matt, maybe this will make you feel better. And the article said that 65 to 70% of our country are actually exhausted, and they're the exhausted majority. But perhaps they should get off their couches and wipe away the cobwebs, and instead of being so exhausted, be radically committed to dialogue, radically committed to diversity of thought, and that perhaps we should walk into a room that the floor is a safe space. Everyone thinks that's the goal. To me, that's the floor. In that safe space, you build a brave space where you're willing to say whatever it is you need to say to people with whom you disagree, who are not in your echo chambers, not in your silos, to say those things, to listen to those things, and then more importantly, be willing to evolve and to grow, with the ancillary byproduct maybe being the sewing together of the American soul, which feels so broken these days.
And Passover, of course, starts next week. And you say this, that it's the time of year to recount the story of Jewish enslavement and liberation. And look, I think for the past few years, it's been very tough for Jewish folks. And what does this holiday mean this year, this time around?
What I want to say specifically this year is about kids, because the Seder is the Passover meal, really concentrates on children. Why children? Because everyone thinks that children have lost faith. They have no yearning for it. But the truth is that given that they go to school every day with gun violence right there, and given that they live in this polarity, given that they're living through ravaging storms, listen, yesterday a former American president was indicted. That's never happened in our lifetimes. Kids' anxiety and depression are through the roof. So they do want meaning and purpose, but the truth is that they are spiritually ravenous, but institutionally so suspicious.
Yeah.
And the truth is that it's not that they don't want faith, it's that we have to offer it to them on a menu from which they're going to eat.
Yeah, meet them at their level.
Correct. Meet them where they are. Exactly right.
That's incredibly important. And I know, as you said, there is youth in this country right now craving faith.
Craving.
And so it's really important that we meet them where they are. And as we know, it's been a hard week. It's been a somber week. As we go into the weekend, can you offer some words of wisdom for everybody?
Yeah, to me, this is my favorite time of year. If you live here in the Northeast, about 4 weeks ago, all you saw were barren trees. If you were a Martian that came down from outer space, you would say, these trees are dead. They'll never, ever grow again. Well, guess what? On the way in today, I saw buds. Next week, there'll be flower, and in 4 weeks, they're going to be leaves.
Oh.
Well, we are part of the natural process. We don't think we are, but we're part of the cycle of nature. So yesterday may have been barren for us. It may have been dark. We shouldn't belittle any of it. But I believe that just like the trees of this earth, we have the chance to renew, to be reborn, to rejuvenate. And remember, this week is not just Passover, it's Easter and Ramadan. Right. Very rarely do these three come together. Imagine the millions of people in this country are sitting down at the same time, not at the same place, but the same time with sacred intention, fed from the same umbilical cord, from the same maker, which means that I don't believe that God is magic. I believe that we're God's messengers. So with empathy and generosity and love and compassion, we come together as one people, with God as the wind at our backs. I believe we actually can sew together that soul that's individual, but also the collective American soul. And that's my prayer for this week.
That is a beautiful, beautiful message. Rabbi Matt, thank you so much for joining us here on GMA3. And of course, To Build a Brave Space is available everywhere books are sold.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.